What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Radcast. I'm Andrew DiMolanta. My friends call me Rogue Leader.
And I'm Nikki DiMolanta, and everybody calls me Dimmy.
Ooh, so another week of absence.
Ooh.
One guess as to why.
No, we weren't sick. Fuck you. Well, actually, no. That reminds me. He was.
I was sick.
I wasn't. Fuck you.
Yeah. You avoided it it's a miracle. Usually it goes always daughter first. One of us gets it, and then one of us gets the other sick. That's how it always works.
Well, infection, mode of infection, yes.
Yeah. I mean, you
also,
work infection control for.
You also, like a jerk, when you took that one nap that one day, right before you started to come down with it, you let me kiss you.
Did I?
Yes!
Because I love you.
Whatever. Well, because then that night or that next day you were like, I'm sick. I'm like, motherfuck, why would, now I'm definitely going to get it. But then I did all the home remedy stuff.
Yeah, you
that we were
bombarded this cold with
there was only
remedies.
one thing that we know of that I didn't do. And that was,
that
make
orange drink?
Make that.
That's actually not bad. It's it's very bitter, but you just put some honey in it.
I don't know
it's fine.
if it does much, but
it's lots of natural.
I saw this TikTok where, because I'm always very intrigued by people's home remedies of because personally, I don't think over-the-counter medicines do much for me. Maybe they do a lot for other people.
They do for me.
The only one that I really like, all right, I'll maybe give it up for three things that I can think of immediately. NyQuil, because I feel like it does help me fall asleep. I'm not sure how much it does for my symptoms. Yeah. But I feel like it does help me fall asleep. Mucinex D, shit. I feel like that helps a lot.
I am going to get on that, though.
That horse pill of a medication. I feel like it actually does help.
Yeah.
And then whatever, I'll give it up for Advils, Tylenols, because
they're proven.
I guess, but if I have a headache, I'll pound back 4 of them. Whatever the recommended dose is, 2.
So
what
bad for your liver, though.
Well,
yeah.
Here for a good time, not a long time. But I'll pound back because I know that growing up, my dad, me growing up, not my dad, but me growing up, my dad used to stuff. Well, sometimes he still does, but he had a lot of migraines, and I remember he used to take at least 4 Excedrins or something of the extra strength ones. So I was never me, I'm only supposed to take 2. Yeah. Come on. But other than that, Dayquil, what is that doing for me?
Dayquil it reduces my symptoms. That's why I take it. I can tell when it wears off. It's oh wait, there it goes.
I don't really know that I feel that. So anyways, I'm always very interested when I hear people's home remedies. Growing up, your mom would always make you guys, she had a juicer, I imagine.
Ginger. This wasn't growing up. It was more to my teenagers we found this out.
Okay, well, so she would make
still growing up, but
she'd take a green apple and ginger root. And you would always tell me that it was a ginger root piece the size of your thumb ish. And then juice it all up and then drink it real fast. And it kind of burns going down.
Antibiotic properties.
Ginger's stupid good for you. And, apples are good too because they're fruits.
Clean your throat out.
I like to put lots of ginger in it when I make it.
Oh, yeah.
Because I want it to hurt. But
I like the pain.
But, yeah. I love hearing about people's home remedies. I've seen a couple of TikToks now. It's picked up a slight bit on my algorithm. Every so often I get a home remedy my mom used to do this growing up. And one guy said, I don't know what he called it, whatever his mom's name was, but it was Beth's drink or whatever the fuck her name was. And she would take a big pot of water and then 2 oranges, 2 lemons, ginger root, a couple of cinnamon sticks, honey.
I think that was it.
Feel like that might be it. And you cut the fruits up into big slices, and then you cut up the ginger a little bit into big enough chunks that they're easy to fish out or strain out. And then you just boil the shit out of it until the fruits become kind of translucent and folly a party. And then you probably are supposed to strain it. But the couple of times that I have made it, I poured it into pitcher, like
That
all
had
the
a
stuff's still
strainer.
in it.
Yeah, it had like a strainer itself, like to keep big chunks of things falling into
Right.
your glass. Yeah, but you get pulp.
Like pulp.
I like pulp.
But I'm not sure. That one I'm not quite sold on. It makes me feel like I'm being healthy.
It's a very
mean,
healthy tasting drink.
it's a very healthy,
bitter.
healthy
It's-
tasting
yeah,
drink.
it's so bitter. That's usually how it is. If it tastes terrible,
Probably
it's
good for
probably
you.
good for you.
Unless it's vodka or tequila.
Or tequila.
Those aren't good for you.
I'd
They
rather
taste
I'd
horrible,
rather
though.
take vodka more than tequila.
Same, but also bleh. But
Ah.
and then I saw another one with this girl, woman, definitely a woman, not a girl. She sounds much older than I, and she's like, "This is my very special recipe for a very special, world's most powerful antibiotic."
She's Southern, it's good.
If you speak
Those
to me,
Southern remedies.
if you speak to me in that accent, I'll make whatever you tell me to make. If you're like an older. Okay, there's different kinds of Southern accents on different people.
Oh yes, there is.
There's a Southern accent that makes me feel like I'm being enveloped in a warm hug.
like that one girl.
Yes, that I know who you're talking
yeah.
about. A certain.
What did she call?
I don't remember,
Yeah.
but there's a certain kind of Southern accent that makes me feel like I'm being hugged tightly and warmly, and I feel safe. Then there's the kind of accent that makes me go, "Uh-oh, I know who you voted for." Yeah, there's that kind of accent. It's
Yeah.
like, "Oh no, I don't want to talk to
You
you."
want the warm Southern, like Mama Southern
If
type
I hear
accent.
somebody go, "Let me show you
Baby doll.
my grandmother's recipe for the best homemade mac and cheese that you'll ever have in your whole
You're
life."
You're
And I'll
so
be
good
like,
at that.
"Fuck yeah. Whatever you tell me to put in this, I will. If you tell me that some weird ass ingredient goes
You
in
need-
it, I'll believe you."
You need to catch yourself a squirrel,
Yeah.
chop that bitch up, put the tail in there, discard the rest. There,
At
honey boo.
least one lock of its tail hair has to go in. And I'll be like, "Okay,
Yep.
maybe that's the
We
secret."
got a ton of squirrels around here.
Hell yeah, brother. Let me go catch one. But this woman was like, she calls him the world's most powerful antibiotic. And do I believe that things in my pantry have literal antibiotic qualities?
No.
No. Do I really believe that they're gonna have the same effect as like penicillin or so? No. But I do recognize that they might have antibacterial qualities. They are healthy for you. But she has this recipe where she's like shit like honey, cinnamon, turmeric, and black pepper because I guess those two have to go together. The pepper activates the
Chemistry.
turmeric or whatever. Lemon juice, a couple of other
Yeah.
things too. I forget what they all are. And then you're supposed to mix it
Oh,
together.
this is this paste thing that you made. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, and then you're supposed to take like a teaspoon of it a day, and I don't know. So I made that, and then there were some other like home remedy
Yeah.
TikToks. We've heard some people. Oh,
garlic.
I mentioned this on another one where an opera singer was like, "Oh, the minute you feel a tickle going on, your voice is the
Swallow
most
garlic."
Thing if you're an opera singer. And she said that the moment she feels any kind of tickle, she just starts fucking pounding back raw garlic. And I'm like, "I'm okay. I'll do that too." So like as soon as you started feeling sick,
Zicam. You did Zicam every day.
the day that you started being all like all mopey and sick, I wasn't feeling anything yet. Stuck Zicam up my nose, even though I wasn't feeling anything yet. And then I think the very next day, you know how you get that, you wake up one day and you're like, "Oh,
Uh-oh.
shit.
Yeah.
I got a tickle in my throat." Recently, I've learned, maybe it's because we've been sick so much the
Yeah,
past
this past
year
year,
with
yeah.
preschool. I've learned to, there's almost like a pre-sore throat feeling that I've
Yeah.
recognized now.
Yeah.
Maybe it's whatever fucking strain's going around. I don't know. Or maybe I'm learning myself better after 35 fucking years. I don't know. But I now know the feeling of like, shit, this is like a pre-sore throat.
Yeah.
Like
The
this is
storm's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the next day I felt that and I'm like, fuck. And like that weekend was my birthday.
Oh yeah.
And
We'll
I was
get to
like,
that.
if anybody fucking ruins this for me, I'm going
Because it was like
to kill somebody.
we've been trying to do something for your birthday for so long.
Last year it didn't work out. We tried to have like a virtual game night.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't work out. Like no one showed up. I didn't cry, but I wanted to. And I was just very upset. Our plans just fell through. We didn't give a lot of express notice,
Yeah.
but
Well, it was very last minute.
it
That's
still
why
fell through.
hence it was digital. That's why it was digital, because it
And
was
then
like,
I
nobody's
haven't
gonna be
really
on.
had anything in the past couple of years just because, shit happens, whatever.
The pandemic and
Pandemic,
yeah.
we couldn't see people, and then when I turned 30,
You were
I
pregnant.
was pregnant. What am I gonna fucking do if I'm pregnant? I can't party. I mean, I could have, but not the same.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Could have had people over, but
Could have had people over, but I want to have drinks in my body, and can't do that if you're like that. So it had been a couple of years, and last year a failed attempt. So I was
Yeah.
like, I'm going to cry if this one falls through too, or if like people don't show up or something like that. But so the next day I got that pre sore throat, and I shoved Zicam in my nose again. I pounded back about 3 or 4 cloves of raw garlic. I made that world's most powerful antibiotic, and I had like 3 or 4 tablespoons of it every day for the next couple of days. I still have some left. And there was something else that I did too, I think. Oh, he made ginger and apple juice.
Yeah, that was more. I feel now that is more recovery than preventative at this point.
I don't know.
I think that's what it is, because like it really doesn't prevent anything from happening. It just cleans out what you already have in you.
Maybe.
I guess so.
I don't think that two ingredients are going to stop anything from really happening.
Yeah.
I don't really think ginger and apple is going to stop anything.
It's at this point, I think it's just to soothe what you have already, because like.
I'm not really sure what it does, if it does anything. Maybe it's more of a placebo.
Yeah, because the night that I recognized that I was sick, like the day is like, oh God, I'm sick. That night, I took NyQuil. It's like, let me knock myself out so I can go to sleep. I kept waking myself up because it was like, when you swallow and your throat's sore, it's like,
Because you swallowed like 5 billion times as much when you have a sore throat.
yeah, and like I kept waking myself up. I'm like, this is awful.
Like
so
every 5 minutes, swallow. Does it
Yeah,
still hurt? Does it still hurt?
and stupid, like my stupid brain's like, maybe if I swallow this time, it won't hurt.
Maybe
Nope.
it went away. Maybe I should swallow again.
Maybe I swallowed all of it that last time. Maybe this time, nope. But and I was like, I kept waking myself
So
up every
dumb.
every 2 hours. I'm like, oh,
Nope,
yep,
still
no,
hurts.
still hurts.
So dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, I might have been a coincidence.
Mm-hmm. I think
Maybe it was all this stuff that I
I
put
think
in my
it was
body.
a perfect storm of the holistic stuff and like just
And my will to not cancel this fucking party.
and Zicam. I think the Zicam really boosted everything else, because you were
Maybe.
I think it was just this perfect storm of like you just like. Imagine this Cole being this one lowly soldier, like, I'm coming to get you, and you shoot a nuke at it. I think it's what
I
happened.
recognized it was coming and it got scared.
Yeah.
Like it was like, oh, this bitch is gonna be real mad. Yeah, because I'm not totally sold on Zicam either, but I think
Mhm.
because it says something on the box about
Preventative
like,
or shortening.
yeah, take at the very first sign
yeah.
of any kind of symptom, and usually I feel like when I take it, I definitely already have a sore throat or
Yeah.
something. So you're supposed to head it off at the pass rather than chase it. Probably.
Head it off at the pass.
I can't not think of Blazing Saddles when I use that
I
phrase.
hate that
You
phrase.
hate that phrase.
Bam. But I got a shitload of dimes.
Gotta turn around. But yeah. Again, don't know if it was coincidence, a placebo, or if whatever the combination of things that I did worked. But it didn't progress, and it went away. And we did have people over.
Yeah.
Successfully. It was supposed to be a game night, like a good old-fashioned board game night. Did we fucking play any board games?
One.
No. We played one. Did we finish it? No. But
So there was no winner. I don't
it's
care
okay.
who was in first
I think
place.
you and Chris were winning.
No, we were in last place. You kidding me?
Who was winning?
It was our other friends. It was Cam and Tim. Surprisingly, like God,
Oh.
they got, because we played Cranium, and they got that one when you know.
That's
we,
right.
We did a combination of like the booster one and like the old one, because of
Turbo.
the turbo. Yeah, the turbo one, you had that machine, but it wasn't working.
And we
because-
couldn't find the dice that went along with it.
Yeah, so we like jerry rigged it to like we used a D4 and all that stuff. So it was a combination of things, but like they got to the one when they got the yellow one, not the day they had the
Lexicon.
lexicon, and they had to spell backwards through words. And like, I can't spell my name forward sometimes. But like, God, that one was like, whoa, they got all 3 of those?
Yeah.
God damn.
I don't mind spelling backwards unless it's the word chartreuse. But yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun. I was kind of disappointed because I was looking forward to playing games. But also shit happens. And also the reason that we didn't play games was because we were all just too busy and too wrapped up in socializing with each other.
Yeah, that's
and
where we're
catching
at.
up with each other. Because some of our friends that were there were
Don't live
visiting
here.
from,
Yeah.
you know, well up
Well,
north of
Yeah.
us. And, you know, they pile into their RV and they are in town for the next month.
You've seen that thing, right?
I haven't been inside of
Oh
it.
my God, that thing is like,
But-
it's a traveling house.
So, you know, it was a happy accident.
Yeah.
We're enjoying each other's company all so much that we just forgot to play games. Also, some people showed up very late.
Yeah.
Some people had to leave early. It was just, you know, it just turned into more of a socializing type day.
Yeah.
And also, I feel like if we had it more in the nighttime,
Mm-hmm.
it would have lent itself better to like
Yeah.
an
But
actual game night. But we had it more towards the day because, you know, people have kids.
kids. Yeah.
I don't know that they have babysitters and whatever. So, but it was still a lot of fun that we got to see people, socialize with them.
That's where we're at in our adult lives now, our
Well, because I
mid
don't,
to late 30s.
I don't want to get together and get like blackout drunk because I'm
Yeah.
gonna feel like a piece of shit the next day.
Yeah, we have fun talking to our friends.
I did get a little day drunk though.
Did you?
Well, yes.
Yeah. I
Because
mean, yeah, I
Jeff
did
kept
too.
making me those butterscotch.
Those are actually really
beer
good.
drinks. Not bad.
They're not bad.
Butterscotch beer on its own, not the best.
Yeah. but
Throw a
it's-
little
yeah.
rum in it. Okay, I guess.
The alcohol makes it taste better the more I drink it. That's weird.
It's
Oh.
funny how that works.
It's funny how that works.
But yeah,
Yeah,
luckily
it was a fun time.
It was a fun time.
Mm.
Now the next thing on the menu is to maybe have try number 2 at a summer land party.
Yeah.
So maybe towards the end of July.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I've been itching for another land party.
me too. The last one kind of fell through a little
Yeah,
bit.
that one kind of turned into like we tried a digital one. We stayed on all day long, but like only,
It's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's like digital D&D. It's like it's fun, but I'd rather like be able to.
You can't have like an all day, several multi-hour engagement.
Yeah, and not be physically in front of each other.
I mean, you can, but
It's easier with LAN with video games because with Discord and everything. But
yeah, but when you're in person, so if you don't know what a LAN party is,
I think we've explained it before on the show.
do you really think everybody listens to 100% of everything?
We have a couple of people.
Well, cool. I appreciate you. But basically, in a nutshell, we all grab our computers and we head to somebody's house, set them up in like a drum circle.
Some kind of formation.
And then we just play video games all day.
All day and drink.
And all night.
Drink and eat.
And
Be merry.
We try not to eat like assholes.
Yeah, the later we get into our
We've been
ages.
trying to have like healthier, more adult foods. But sometimes that doesn't work. But
Yeah, this last one, Skinny was like, yeah, I got like a shit ton of like.
I got like a skid of pizza bagels. 10 pounds of
We're-
pizza rolls.
Gonna eat like shit pig. Oh, what happened there? Something happened. Whoa, lost connection. Yeah, we're gonna eat like shit pigs tonight, and it's like good. Got White Castle burgers.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But it's different because when you're in person, in between like games or in between matches, you get up, you go to the kitchen or something, and you socialize for a little bit.
Shove your face full of food.
Yeah,
Take a
but
couple shots.
if you're virtual,
Can't-
it's almost hard to keep people's attention
Yeah, I think
because
that's
they're
what it
gonna
is.
they're gonna get up. Maybe they have like a spouse or somebody else at home, and
Yeah,
they get distracted, and or they
got
It's
dogs
better-
to tend to, kids to tend to.
It's better when you're like in person and you're like you've committed to like, yeah, this is my plan for the day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to do things virtually depending on what the thing is and how long the thing is.
Mm-hmm.
But, because we've had like nighttime virtual game nights like during the pandemic and stuff,
Yeah.
and that worked out. But that's because it was at night.
Yeah, that was different.
People were in for the night.
Yeah, I don't. The people are in for the night, but I also think like people were used to digital things at that point.
Yeah.
I think we're starting to get to a point where now it's like we've all gotten a taste of how things used to be. So it's like, oh, when we do virtual, the virtual is the foreign thing now. And like getting back to the way things were are starting to become the norm. When back in the pandemic, now it's like it's so weird to see people in person, and we're so used to seeing each other through screens. So
yeah,
which is a good thing.
Yes, I mean, I didn't. It was whatever when it happened.
Yeah,
I didn't mind because I didn't want to get sick.
Yeah,
but now I feel like that concern of like being in an enclosed area, like that's not quite so much there anymore. Like it's almost to the point where we've gotten back to normal so much so that when people see people with masks out in public, they're like, what are you doing? Like, first of all, shut up. It's not your business.
Yeah.
But
I think that's how it is here, but I don't know how it is other places. I think California, they're still mask mandating and stuff like that. But like, I haven't heard anything about COVID in the past 5 months.
Well, I think it's switched. I don't fucking work for the CDC, but it almost seems as though, and I'm pretty sure I'm using the right terms, it almost seems that it's shifted from pandemic to endemic. Like it's just the kind of thing that it's just kind of faded into the background, like the flu. Like it's there, but you're not necessarily like concerned about it, unless you're like severely immunocompromised.
Oh yeah.
I think it seems to have just kind of become part of the slew of things that you could catch if you go out and lick a doorknob.
I think
or something.
I think people are really cautious around airports.
Well, I've always been cautious in airports because they're disgusting, especially international ones, because everybody's just been every which way, and they don't wash their hands, and they sneeze fucking everywhere. People don't cover their mouths when they cough, never have, and apparently never will, because even though we've been through a pandemic in our lifetime, people still don't cover their coughs. Oh my God, I was out the other day, like at the store, and I watched this child who was old enough to know better. It's not like he was fucking 3 or 4 years old. This kid had to have been
close to 10,
9-ish, 8, 9, 10-ish, somewhere in that realm.
Close to double digits, or if not double digits.
And he was just sitting there, just coughing into the breeze. Not even breeze. We were inside. We were inside of an enclosed space, and it wasn't a big place. I wasn't actually in the store. I was in a smaller shop, and like he was just coughing up into the air. Mom didn't make any effort to be like, yo,
hey,
cover your mouth.
Yeah.
He was just coughing everywhere. And I'm like, I know that COVID's not the way it was back in 2020, but fucking come on, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even care if COVID wasn't even a thing. I still don't want to catch whatever you're coughing up. And everybody's like, initials, these just allergies. I don't give a shit. Cover your mouth.
You still cause people get sick.
I don't give a shit. I don't even care if you got a piece of hair in your throat and there's literally nothing wrong and you're just coughing because your throat's dry. Cover it. I still don't want to breathe it. Gross. I just hate people. I think that's what I'm really trying to say.
That one TikTok I sent you, it's like, oh, I thought I hated the world, but then I went out into the world. It's like, oh, the world is beautiful. I just hate people.
I watched that TikTok and I was like, did I make this? Because yes, absolutely.
No, the world is beautiful.
The world is a wonderful place. Because a lot of people say like, oh my God, everything's so shitty. The world's a dark, dangerous place. No, it's not. The world by itself is beautiful.
Humans suck.
Everything that makes it terrible is us. So, yeah, don't blame it on the world. Blame it on humans.
Yeah. Or stupid human needs.
No, the world's beautiful. It's just that I hate most people. So.
People suck.
Some people suck.
Some people suck. Not everybody.
Not everybody.
But most people.
There are people that I love talking to on a regular basis. There are people that I love so much, I'll talk to them on the phone.
Oh, my God. Who does that anymore?
I am one of those people that is like, hey, would you rather
like
call or text? Text me, bro.
Text me, yeah. I mean, like, I think parents are the only people that really talk on the phone.
At this point,
At this point, it's only parents. It's like, if you have to get in touch with me, text me. If you don't have my number, hit me up on Instagram or something. But, like,
DM me?
Yeah, DM me. Like, most of the times, because, like, most of my online friends, I have no idea what their numbers are. They just, I almost said I am. Oh, my God.
Old ass.
Oh.
What, do you have an away message on your AIM? I am still a thing. People IM me. at work.
Yeah.
Not so much outside of work anymore.
Yeah.
I guess now it's DMs.
But yeah, like the only people I really talk to on the phone are parents now. Cause
Or somebody if I have to like make an appointment. Ugh.
yeah.
Have an automated system, bro. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to talk to anybody.
What I have to put, what? Ugh.
I still, even as a grown ass actual adult, I'm like, I have to make an appointment. Oh, like have an online portal. God damn.
That's what most of the things are now. So
Let me send you a thing. Hey, schedule me an appointment. Hey, does this work? Yep. I don't want to talk to you. But yeah.
we're like, especially with the new like what is it, the new Apple Vision thingy, we're like maybe 5 years out from the Oasis. Just like
What's that?
the Oasis Ready Player One.
I didn't know if you were making a Ready Player One reference or a Wally reference.
Wally.
Wally, where they're like just like stuck in their chairs.
We're about like 5 years away from both of those scenarios. Where
Yeah.
we're gonna be like 600 pounds. Like, order me food. You can look.
Food.
Have you seen that new Apple thing? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like $3,500 or whatever.
Yeah.
The
It's like
that's
oh,
not Oculus.
It looks
That's a PlayStation thing.
yeah. It
Okay.
looks
potato.
really stupid, like freaking cool. It's like, yeah, man, I'd buy it if I had the money, but $3,500, and it's like you can watch your movies, act like you're actually at the movie theaters, and like it projects like the movie screen, like, oh my god, it looks like a theater, or
Or you go to IMAX or a regular movie.
just watch it on your TV.
One thing that I saw somebody say was that they were like, "Oh my god, I would love to get whatever it's called. I would love to
I
get
have no idea what it's called.
the
Actually,
app.
so.
The Oculus is what I'm gonna call it.
The Apple Oculus.
They were like, "Oh man, I want to get it and then find some like really high quality front row view of like my favorite artist at a concert, and then it'll feel like I'm fucking there and I don't have to pay anything." I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's, shit like that.
Shit like that.
Taking like virtual experiences to the next level is like, yeah, that's great. But it's called Apple Vision Pro. But like,
Why is everything with Apple got a pro on it?
because it sounds fun. Apple has this. I have not gone back to Apple since I jumped ship after.
Yeah, we're not an Apple family.
Yeah, I jumped. I think I said several times. I jumped ship after the Final Cut Pro X came out. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Later, so then I switched to
Later tennis.
Yeah, later tennis. And I switched to Adobe, and like and then I remembered like, yeah, for this to work, I'm gonna have to change my whole system. Went to PC, never looked back. But like, they have lost the whole point of pro. Like they went from the pro market to prosumer market, so common folk can feel like they're pros at something. So it's like, whatever.
It's more of
So it's like a MacBook Pro. So it's like you should be able to do professional things on this device, but it's a consumer product.
It's really just to make dummies feel like they're cool,
Yes.
because most of us are dummies,
Yes.
and to make you feel like you have something important.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because there
Never
was
thought of it in that way.
because back when the Pro was actually a Pro product, there was the MacBook line. Then there was the MacBook Pro, which had a lot more processing power, a lot of stuff that pros would use. And if you gave the Pro to a consumer, it'd be like they could still work on it, but like they're not using it to its max potential.
Well, my other question would be like you said, MacBook Pro. Theoretically, the Pro would be a little bit more extra money.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a Vision that's not Pro?
No.
That's stupid.
Yeah, that's hence why it's $3,500.
Why do you need a Pro version of it if there's no stupid version of it?
I have not gone back to Apple since I jumped ship, so
I don't know,
I
I
might be
feel
talking
like-
out my ass.
I feel like a lot of people have. I don't care.
Mm.
I feel like a lot of people have Apples because it's just like
It's
the
sim-
allure of having that name on it.
Yeah, it's like the Gucci. Like why buy a Gucci bag when like
Yeah.
a normal thing can do everything it does? It's the brand. It's the
I
prestige.
am-
That's the prestige of owning that device.
I am not a label whore. I'm
Yeah.
the farthest thing from a label whore
Mhm.
you will ever find. If it's the whole
Yeah.
name brand versus generic debate. Like there's just certain things that it's like, why? Just so that somebody doesn't like look down on me because I don't have the right name
Yeah.
on something.
I remember
Like,
we-
I literally
yeah.
don't care.
We went out to California for my cousin's wedding,
Mm.
and like every single one of them had iPhones. It's like they're looking at us like, I think at that point, we think we had Samsungs.
Oh my god, a green bubble as you're typing or whatever the fuck it is.
they're like, oh, what? It's like, let me like air it to you or something. Whenever you can
I'm
touch
like,
the
what the
iPhones.
fuck does
I'm
that
like,
mean?
oh, you guys don't have iPhones? Like, no, we have Samsungs. It's like, and then like we found out it's like it's just a thing out there. Everybody out west has iPhones. It's part of the cult. It's culturally what they do. So it's like
I don't know.
I had not had an iPhone since the 4.
I have an iPhone for work. I hate it.
Yeah, it's like so foreign now.
I don't know, like maybe I'm just stupid, but like the first time I had to restart it for something, I'm like, how the fuck do you restart this thing? I had to like Google how to restart my iPhone. Because like there was like a power button and I'm like trying to press it and hold it and it's not doing anything. It's like, does Siri want to help you with something? I'm like, no, I'm just trying to restart it. And then you have to like fucking hold this button, hold that button, swipe this, point it west. And I'm like, I don't want this phone anymore. Like, it's just, I don't like it.
Yeah,
I've never had an iPhone. The only Apple products I ever had was I had a laptop, which was cool.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah, I will say that like even though there's no need for it anymore, I do miss my iPad. Not my iPad, my iPod. That was the one device that's
I had
like
an iPod Shuffle, which was fun.
Yeah. Like that was the one device that like, yeah, they fucking nailed it with the iPod. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It was
The wheel.
Yeah, the wheel. It was so like, oh man, this is so great. But then, you know, the iPhone came out and they try to have it come up the iPad keep up with the iPhone, having the iPod Touch. It was basically the iPhone without
just music.
Well, it was you can download apps and you can take pictures with it.
Oh, it was an iPhone without the phone.
Yeah, it was just the iPhone without the phone. You're like, oh man, how cool is this? And then
it's like, could your iPhone not do the same shit and also make phone calls?
Yeah,
I gotta
the same
buy a
thing,
separate
and
device.
I don't know if it costs just as much. I think it might have cost like half the price.
I don't know. It just also seems like, well, I mean, all smartphones are wildly expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know if at this point, honestly, I don't actually, I'm talking out of my ass. I don't know if you put like the latest iPhone up against the latest Samsung or Google Pixel. I don't know if there would be a sizable price difference or if they'd all be about the same.
I think the iPhone's still more expensive.
I don't
just
know.
because again, it's
I'm
the brand.
curious. Am I gonna look it up? No.
Yeah.
But like, I'm curious. I wonder if there's.
I'm curious.
I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm curious.
God. But yeah, no, I'm curious, but I'm also not gonna look it up. As soon as we turn this off, I'm gonna forget. But you know, it would be fun to know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just think it's so funny, the like turf war between iPhone users and non-iPhone users, and how people with iPhones are like, oh, you fucking poor ass peasant with your Samsung. Like,
it's wild that like, because iPhone for the longest time refused to adopt the USB-C. From my understanding, it was a superior connection, faster, whatever, and they finally like, okay, fine, we'll finally adopt the USB-C. But it's gonna be our brand.
It's an Apple USB-C.
It's an Apple USB-C.
So I
still have to buy their own fucking cables.
I couldn't use their USB-C with mine.
No, it would only work with an Apple product. I'm like, why? Then why?
It's like
it's universal.
I think it's like belonging to an exclusive club.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's the prestige of owning an Apple device.
It's the name.
And ever since Steve Jobs passed away, it's kind of like that had lessened.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
You forgot that Steve Jobs passed away.
Sorry.
Yeah, but like ever since he left, like the whole, because it's like, yeah, say what you will about like his business sense and whatever he did, but like he had the way of making
dude knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he made a way of making the brand like, oh man, maybe I should buy this fucking device because like, Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, again, ever since I jumped ship, I've not owned a single Apple device since.
Name brands don't impress me.
And I have never, and I know you have problems with it, but my Pixel has served me well.
Yeah,
both of them. I've owned 2 Google Pixels now, and they've served me very well.
I don't know. I'm not like in love with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think my next phone will be. I'll go back to Samsung.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't been very impressed.
Pixel.
It's a phone. It functions. Yeah. It shows me TikTok videos, mostly. Yeah, it's okay. But
yeah. If you had unlimited money, would you? No, that answered my own question. Like, would you buy an iPhone if you could?
No.
Yeah.
I don't care how much money I have. I would never buy an iPhone.
There are certain things that I would have an Apple, like, just I wouldn't connect it to anything, but there are certain like because I showed you this. There's like this NVIDIA tech demonstration with an iPhone, how they are able to capture like facial expressions and facial animation motion cap with an iPhone. It's like that's the only reason I would buy an Apple iPhone, just so I can like utilize that.
For what purpose?
For like just personal projects, personal animation projects.
I thought it was like unlock my phone, recognize my
No,
face.
because
Okay.
like they mocapped an entire face, modeled the face, and animated it all in one go by capturing it through the iPhone. I was like, that's the only reason I would buy it.
Yeah, I love how you see these commercials and they're like, this short film filmed and edited on an iPhone 62, and it's like it's supposed to be some
Groundbreaking
big feat, and it's
yeah.
like, for that much fucking money,
Yeah.
I better be able to produce a short film on it. That goes for most smartphones. They're so goddamn expensive. They better be able to do all that. They better have every pixel I want to use to make a movie.
Yeah, and that's their method. It's like, oh, you can become a filmmaker. It's like you could, but it's not going to look good as that. Because I can't remember what director it was who actually made an actual feature film on the iPhone, and it looked pretty decent. It's like you can tell it was filmed on an iPhone, but it's like, oh, if anybody else did this, it would look like shit because the guy knew what he was doing.
Well, yeah, they're also you could have every megapixel in the world, but if you don't have the skills to go along with it, I could have
hand Wes Anderson an iPhone and give me a whole production crew, it would look like a potato.
Yeah, you can give me a whole bag of the world's best tools. Will I know how to build a fucking table? No. You got to have some kind of skill to go along with those tools.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
That's their tactic. They want to make people feel like pros.
I guess.
Yeah. Hence the
Well,
pros.
Also, because everybody and their fucking mother nowadays is a content creator. So everybody's got to have this top of the line shit. And there's also, aren't there like certain TikTok filters and bullshit like that? They only
work
compatible
for
with
yep.
iPhone. As soon as I see that, I'm like, fuck that. I didn't want to use that filter.
I didn't want to use it anyway.
I didn't want to look like a kitty cat today anyway.
All I want is ears on my head.
I'll fucking look in Snapchat and see if they have some kind of fucking filter. But yeah, I don't know. That whole class war is just weird because it's like, this is expensive as hell too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I would never get an iPhone. I'm going to go back to Samsung once this, whatever.
Google. I think we have a couple
contract.
I think we have like a year left on this upgrade.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
People looking down at my non-iPhone like it's a goddamn razor.
Oh, why is your was your bubbles green or blue or whatever?
Something like that, like a green bubble.
A green bubble. It's like whatever. Bunch of fucking West Coasters.
Literally, fucking LA types over here. Get out of my face. There are some LA types out there that I love.
Yeah.
But the rest of them can absolutely kiss my ass. But yeah.
I understand why you live out there. Like the last time we were out there, I'm like, oh yeah.
Well, the weather's nice.
Like, this is exactly why you're out here. Mm-hmm.
The weather's
then
nice.
I step outside. Like now, it's like, yeah, that's exactly why they live out there.
Not. I don't feel like it's as humid as it can be here.
If it wasn't so goddamn humid out, like
that,
down
like
here,
when you go outside midday and it's like 72 degrees, gorgeous, perfect day.
Yeah.
Walk out here, 98 degrees.
Feels like 102.
Feels like 102. Humidity slaps your dick as soon as you walk outside. It's the worst.
Oh yeah. Slapping. It's like, oh boy, there it goes.
I've been like standing in my own living room, getting ready to go outside. I'm like, I'm already starting to sweat.
Yeah.
And you would think my body would have acclimated to this weather after
35 years.
35 years. Nope.
No, I don't remember it being this hot growing up. Climate change. Am I right, ladies?
Can I hear thunder?
No, that's
somebody's loud ass car.
Yeah, we got a lot of big dicks in this neighborhood.
Gotta let the ladies know, brother. Gotta rev my dick engine.
Yeah, but yeah, like growing up, like my teens, I ran in this weather. I don't remember it being this fucking hot.
Maybe it was because when you're a kid, you're like indestructible.
Maybe, I don't know.
And things don't really bother you.
I like to blame the Republicans and the climate change. No,
maybe honestly, if you drank the right beer, it would be colder outside.
I honestly think it's hotter now than it ever has been, and I'm pretty sure if I looked up the weather data, the weather data, history, like the history of like how hot it was back when we were our age, I pretty much guaranteed it wasn't as hot as it is now.
Hey, Siri, how hot was it on this day back in 18?
I remember seeing a TikTok like this graph of like this is how hot it was, and it was incrementally getting hotter through the years. I was like, maybe climate change is a thing.
Well, we got to figure out a way to reverse it and make global colding because it's getting real fucking hot outside. And
Talk to the politicians that are in charge of like, because what scares me is that remember that guy? I think we talked about this on one show where that one scientist that chained himself to a Chase bank or something,
Yeah.
and like when they cuffed him away, it's like he was like distraught. It's like this is out of a fucking movie. Like the one scientist, it's like if only everybody only knew how bad it was.
Now, if you guys know what's coming.
It's coming. There's no stopping. I'm like, this is how fucking apocalypse movies start.
Yes, literally. Some
Scientist,
like pushed past the brink of sanity scientist chains himself to some federal building, screaming about how some
his hair's all wacky. He's got a science coat on. I'm like, they're lying to you. They're lying to you. It's
like, I'm gonna listen to that guy.
Yeah,
he seems really smart. And yeah, I guess that guy was right.
Yeah.
No thanks. Maybe we should listen to some people.
Yeah, that's like
sometimes. Yeah. Some people are smart.
So
most of us are dumb.
That's why it's like it baffles me. It's like we live in the sunshine state. Why doesn't everybody have fucking solar panels on their roofs?
Still makes me nervous. Hurricanes.
Yeah, well, yeah. Or find some way to utilize solar energy more. We
Give me the fucking solar powered shingles.
Yeah.
Then I don't have to worry about having this gigantic.
Yeah, just have every fucking house feed energy into the grid, make our energy less reliant on diesel and oil, and we can if every like fucking house had solar panels on the roof, just one, I bet we can power the entire fucking like county.
Too much logic. Too much logic.
Big fucking oil companies paying off for politicians. God damn.
Maybe one day we'll just throw caution to the wind and talk about all the political things that make us mad. That's a bad idea.
It is a bad idea.
We'll reserve that for our time with our friend when we need to have a hate session.
I just need fucking anger fuel right now. Tell me everything.
I need a dose of hate right now. And I gotta talk about something that makes me fucking mad.
Did you hear? Did you hear what they did again?
Let me send you this goddamn TikTok. Can you believe these
Another
people?
fucking shooting.
Yeah, no, let's not get into it because let's just not.
Yeah, I think we'll end here. It's a good place to end it.
Ooh.
Just stop us from yelling into the microphone. Did you hear what he did?
Yeah.
He stole all the pudding again. Anyways, we'll end here before we say something we don't want to say.
You're the one who's getting specific with stuff over here.
Hey. I got a lot of... Maybe I'll like think of an alter ego and let him say everything. It wasn't me. It was that guy who said it.
What are you, fucking Garth Brooks with his... What's his alter ego?
I don't know.
Oh my God. What is his alter ego? Chris Gaines?
I've never heard of that.
Excuse me? Did you know that Garth Brooks had an alter ego?
No.
Do you know who Garth Brooks is?
Yes, I do know who Garth Brooks is. I didn't know he had an alter ego.
Yes.
I knew Beyonce has one.
Okay,
And...
Beyonce is Sasha Fierce.
Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta show... Oh, hold on.
Trying to wrap shit up.
Garth, this is more important. Garth... I will look up Garth Brooks' alter ego, but not the price of iPhone. Chris...
I think like iPhones cost some like $800, but you roll it into your plan.
Yes. Okay. Do me a favor and imagine. Can you picture Garth Brooks in your head?
Yeah.
Imagine Garth Brooks, but as Black Suit Spider-Man.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That looks like that one fucking magician. What's his name?
Chris Angel.
Chris Angel. That's what he looks like.
Yeah.
The fucking soul patch.
So the flavor saver. But yeah, no. Chris Gaines is his alter ego, and I think he's actually released like an album.
Are you serious?
As his alter ego.
What is he? Is it still like fucking country music, or is it?
I don't know. I don't do country music, but I just remember that Garth Brooks had an alter ego, and it's very funny.
It's the title of this episode.
How did we get?
Garth.
Oh, you said you were gonna have an alter ego to talk about, bad shit with.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that alone.
Shit that makes me angry.
You can do that alone. I'm not gonna get
Angry
wrapped up in
Mando or
that.
something. Just put my Mando helmet on, like.
Nobody will know it's you.
I got a green screen.
You will sure as hell fool them by posting it on the same channel.
I did have that idea of like, you know how like you get all these dumb comments on my videos, and I want to reply to them, but
Don't talk shit about math in public. Yeah.
shit like that. Like it's like make it like a TikTok or like a content like segment, and be like. So it's like I want to reply to these, but I don't want to do it because like I like to be cordial and like welcoming in my community. But this guy doesn't like it and have me. It's just me in like sunglasses, and it's like just like replying to all these dumb fucking like comments on my video. I was thinking about doing that. I was like, well, I don't want. It's still me being salty. And,
Yes, absolutely.
I just thought it'd be funny.
Absolutely is. No, you can't do
This is
that.
what I really think. No. Anyways.
What would you be doing if you were left to your own devices alone?
Oh man, I'm getting so much shit. This is why you're here. you're my muse and my conscience, wrapped into one beautiful little package.
Aww. Shut up.
Anyways, you gorgeous being,
Don't do that.
Nikki Dimi Lanta. Where can I find you online?
Every so often, I remember that I have a Twitter, and I'll say things on it. Not political stuff, because I don't want to get wrapped up in that,
Yeah.
especially not on Twitter. That's a fucking hellscape.
Mm-hmm.
At Dimmy, DIMMMYYY.
You don't want Musk censoring you. As for me, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Rogue Leader Drew. If you're listening to this on audio form, please follow the feed and rate us.
And if you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe, and then click the bell icon in the lower right-hand corner to see when we do things on the YouTube.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Radcast. We'll see you guys next time.